can count on. If you can run the football, you have a chance to win. And boy, do we have guys who can do that in this one. Welcome to Husky Stadium, home of the Washington Huskies. As we'll see a participant from last year's playoff, the Florida State Seminoles, taking on one of the top 5 teams in the conference, the Washington Huskies. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. Washington likely to try to boot it deep to get things started. This crowd bringing an ear-splitting welcome to their visitors. Coming out on first down with the play fake. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
Well, with his speed, they're going to keep blitzing him over and over because you'll get results like that right there. Kind of reminds you of Joe Kelly, a great linebacker in Washington in the 80s, or maybe Mason Foster as well. Those guys can go sideline to sideline, but they could also blitz. This guy can do it all.
And it's incomplete, going for the massive explosive play instead. They're looking at a third down. This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. On third and long, no secret what he needs here. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
We're already in the first quarter, but already you get the feeling this could be a long day for this QB. He's already been sacked. He gets hit right there on the incomplete throw. They've got to find a way to do a better job up front of protecting this guy, or it's going to be difficult to put up points.
On fourth down, he'll try to toss it. Takes a hit as he fires. Complete to the left. He's not going to get there. Stopped short on fourth down.
Well, I knew the coach was confident in his offense. I did not know he was that confident this early in the game. Fourth and long. I thought he'd just punt that one away and let his defense take the field. Interesting.
Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. To the air on first down. Hit as he throws. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
From the 22 on first and 10. Give to the running back. Slithers into space. Knocked down, but not before he crossed into the red zone and picked up 4 yards down to the 17. Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. They'll keep it on the ground. Stopped at the 13-yard line as they try to turn this into points.
I think that was an example of the offensive coordinator trying to help out his quarterback. He's trying to keep these third downs manageable. You know, you throw the ball on second down and it's incomplete. Now you've set up third and long, and now you're set up to fail.
To the ground to try to pick up the first. Just nowhere to go against this defense to find that single yard he needed on third down.
Man, not much wiggle room for the ball carrier there.
Not really sure what they can do to try to create some space.
I know. Block better. How about the offensive lineman push some guy backwards and make some holes?
On fourth down, looking for the completion. Working the middle of the field, and it's complete. Gets it inside the 5, down to the 4, and it'll be first and goal.
And they must have had a play in practice that they just felt was unstoppable because they essentially just took away an automatic chip shot field goal. to go for that fourth down, but because of the execution, it was just too good. They're looking now to score 6.
They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches.
I love the timing on the jet sweep there. Quarterback snapped it at the perfect moment. He could give it right away to the receiver to get outside, get around the defensive end, and start getting upfield.
Hand off to the fullback. And he is stopped, not getting close to the end zone. Line of scrimmage still at the 3.
All right, this offense just keeps trying to pound the ball into the end zone down tight, but the defense, they're very, very physical. So I think you got to think about either a perimeter run, a potential run-pass option, or let your quarterback try to go make a play thrown.
And they can't complete the bullet pass on 3rd down.
You simply don't see that very often. A quarterback of this guy's caliber missing a guy wide open in the end zone, he makes those throws in his sleep.
4th and goal from the 3. Let's see what this offense can dial up from here. Forced out of the pocket. Into the end zone. It's picked off. 13th time he's done that this year. He's stopped, not much on the return, but a whole lot in getting the football. All right, guys, here comes the Florida State offense onto the field. On the move. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
And how about that young man getting in the backfield again? He's really got his fingerprints all over this game so far to start it, man. We're still in the first half. He's got a sack. He's got a tackle for a loss. These are the kind of plays that really help your defense push these offenses behind the sticks.
Scanning the field, it's Sperry. It's complete to the left. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short. On 3rd and short, they'll try to convert through the air. Got his man. Such a big part to convert these 3rd downs, and they've got it at the 42.
Shotgun fundamentals are so key. He was like a shortstop. Caught the shotgun snap and right away rifled it out of his hands like he was turning too. That was beautiful.
That's caught. It's Riley. Breaks into the open. And he gets a big chunk of yardage to the 34-yard line.
Look, I know this offense didn't have the opening drive of the game they would have liked, but the defense now came away with a massive takeaway. Now you're seeing how that affects the offense. They're playing with a little bit of a pep in the step. Nice throw there, getting the first down. This offense all of a sudden looks a whole lot different than what they did the last time out.
And how about the timing of the linebacker on the blitz to get in the backfield and get the tackle for loss?
Is there anything better for a linebacker than to run on a blitz and nobody's home except the back?
Such a great feeling when the Moses parts the Red Sea and the hole opens up and you go fill it.
That play was designed to go to the running back. They were hoping they were going to get man coverage, and one-on-one, that back is going to win that matchup every single time.
Can you even imagine trying to operate in the midst of this purple rain on 3rd down? From the gun, wants to pass. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. No hesitation at all. The offense stays on the field. They'll go for it. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Converts on 4th down, and he's still going. That'll be enough for the first down, and now they've got it at the 15-yard line.
Well, it's a heck with being conservative, right? I mean, that essentially would have just been a chip shot field goal with where they were on that 4th down, but they decide to go for it, throw it. They're looking for 6. They're going for a touchdown. They are being aggressive.
From the gun, the running back has it. And he's going to wind up losing a couple of yards as time expires here in the first quarter. We've reached the end of the first quarter, and it has been a defensive battle, and the stats tell the tale so far. Let's see if the offenses can find a little rhythm here in the second. And the Seminoles now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game. The offense couldn't get the snap off in time, and it'll cost them. Had a chance to talk it over during the break, and they'll start with second down. To the air, it's Berry. Got his man quickly. That completion gets them inside the 10, and the defense is running out of room to defend. Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a first down without scoring. Third down. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. The crowd getting behind this defense as they try to get a stop in the red zone. On third and short, they'll try to throw for it. Touchdown, Florida State. First score of the game goes up.
And they finally lift the lid. Man, I didn't know if we were going to be 0-0 going into the half, going into the fourth quarter. The offense finally puts a drive together, breaks that seal. Excited to see now this opens things up, calms people down, and lets them have a little more success.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. They're looking for something, looking for anything to try to put some kind of score on the board, down 7-0. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
This offense has really struggled, and I think you're just waiting for one play, one explosive play to happen to hopefully galvanize you a bit offensively. That's not the case, and there they try to run the football in the first play of the drive, and it gets absolutely blown up for a loss.
On the direct snap, it's Beard. And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. Defense scoops it up, and he's headed the other way. Touchdown, Seminoles. And they turn it into a defensive score.
You practice these moments as a defense, but you never know when they're going to come to fruition. But how about it? The scoop, the ball's on the turf. They scoop it up. They take it to the house. The defense takes care of business and said, offense, we don't need you. We'll put points on the board.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
They came out hot on this drive. One play and already near midfield. Looking downfield on first down. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. So now it's second and long. Power football with the run. Oh, he's got some space. They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a first down.
Wow, how about the stop-start speed? That reminds you of Napoleon Kaufman or Bishop Sankey, Myles Gaskin, great Washington Husky running backs of years past that just made defenders look silly because that's
looking for the end zone. And they won't make the connection going for the big play.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Second down, he'll throw it. Fires to the big fella. Made a defender miss. Gets it all the way inside the 20-yard line to the 19 before being hauled down.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but you got to give the quarterback credit, too, for the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
Finds his big tight end. He stopped just short of the goal line at the one. An explosive play has him set up.
Well, it wasn't a great start for this quarterback, but on this drive, he seems to be turning the corner. He just looks like he's playing in a different rhythm. He's seeing the field better. It's almost as if the game is starting to slow.
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Huskies. It's a much-needed life from this offense as they try to cut away at this lead.
No doubt. Needed something to go right. If you're down, you got to make plays. You got to get your team back in it. Great start. Keep chipping away.
And he makes the extra point. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. Fielded in the end zone. It's Abrams. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. On the run, it's Riley. Finds his way ahead for 3 out to the 27-yard line. Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. He'll try the left side. Find some fresh air. Get him on the ground after a 4-yard run out to the 31.
And those plays from a defensive perspective, man, they're just super annoying because now I'm in the worst spot ever. 3rd and manageable. Like, I don't know if you're passing, don't know if you're running. So, nice job by this offense keeping this defense off balance and creating a 3rd down opportunity that's in their favor.
For it. And he's got enough for the first down. They'll mark it at the 34. Do you think that was a straight go, or they just sort of went with gut feel as to whether the defense was going to relax on that 4th and 1?
I don't know, but I know this. As a coach, I'm not giving a lot of freedom for gut will on their own side of the field if we're going to go for it on 4th down. I think they probably understood. Listen, it's 4th and 1. I like our chances to get 1 yard, and they went for it, and by the way, they got it.
Here comes the heat. Gets it out quickly. Tackle is made, but how about the toughness with this junior just standing in the fire and delivering the ball? Looking for a man. It's Berry. Right on the money. There he goes. Past the 20. Slippery slide. Find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Noles! They'll try to tack one more on their score. And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Fellas, take a peek at what's happening in this interesting battle in the MAC. Appalachian State is down, but they are not out of it. Not inside Kidd Brewer Stadium, one of the best home field advantages in all of college football. It's a close one right now. They're trailing by 1 to Northern Illinois. The MACtion never sleeps, and we'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. 2nd down coming.
I know one of the things this defense really prides themselves on is being physical. And early in this game, putting a big hit on a guy that's already had a couple catches in this game, that's a good omen for the defense.
Yeah, and tight ends aren't just line up and block guys. These guys are athletes. You line them up all over the field. And nowadays, you can start to feature them more and more in the passing game.
This is where you make the money on the drives. Ball at the 30, it's 3rd and short. Here we go. From the gun, wants to pass. using his legs to buy some time. Makes the catch. It's Dallas. He gets it to the 38-yard line, and they'll pick up a fresh set of downs. And the Huskies will have it 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. Throws to the tight end. Complete to the right. And he'll have to check his fillings after that lick, but he did get the 1st down.
How about the hit on the tight end there? They knew they had to bring the lumber on the big fella to bring him down, and they just blew him up.
Now from inside the red zone. Nobody open. He just throws it away, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Know the situation, know the game of football, right? When I start to get outside the pocket, I don't see anything there, I can throw the ball away. I don't have to take a sack, get a lost yardage play. I can just throw the ball out of bounds as long as it passes the line of scrimmage. We go on to the next down. No harm, no foul.
Well, it's a nice play design there. You're getting the running back involved in the pass game. Quarterback gives it to him early so he can go to work upfield and get the 1st down.
And now a chance not only to cut into the lead, but play it just right, and maybe the other team doesn't even get a chance to answer.
And this offense shows right away on 1st down. They're willing to pass down here. Does this soften them up a little bit for the run here on 2nd down and goal?
The run up the middle, trying to find his way to the goal line. We got a timeout here late in the 1st half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Running out of time here in the 1st half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington.
And that was great execution on that drive. That is exactly what you needed. You took almost all of the time, and you cut into this lead. Now you're about to go into the half, get everybody excited, use that momentum to start the 2nd half.
PAT unit on the field. And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. 76 yards on the drive for the touchdown. So after getting into the end zone on that last drive, they're set to kick it away. And there will be no return on this one as the ball bounds into the end zone. Waning seconds of the 1st half. Let's see just how aggressive they'll be. They'll run it from the gun. Shot down in the backfield again, and that might do it here in the half. And what a way for this defense to wind up the quarter. That's going to wrap up the 1st half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. I guess they're trying to send a message to start this 2nd half, lined up for an onside kick. They're on it, and they get it back for another drive. Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. They had this lead to start the 3rd quarter because of the passing game. Didn't get a lot done on the ground.
They did, but the quarterback is in a rhythm. That was obvious in the 1st.
Turning it on! Fighting off the defender. Dragged down at the 43, but they've got it in enemy territory. They picked up 10 and give him a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. On the move, it's Riley.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down. And they got to keep that up here in the 2nd half.
Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22. always nice to have that security blanket of the tight end.
And it's nice to have a tight end that can line up in different areas of the field, too. It's not always going to be in a three-point stance. He can sometimes be in the backfield. You could flex him out into the slot. They might even try to put this guy out at wide receiver in the split end position and see what he can do there, because this guy is a weapon.
Really good running, gets it into the red zone, and they'll have it at the 16. The noise level is relentless here on second down. The give to the back. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity.
It's great awareness by the running back, understanding where the first down marker is and doing whatever it takes to get it.
They'll give it to him again. He almost punched it in for 6. They'll get him down at the 1-yard line. The Seminoles will try to punch it in on first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Gets it into the end zone, but wait a minute. We'll have to check out the laundry on the field.
Yeah, and you see some people get upset with offsides in the defense. I call it the cost of doing business. It's just part of being great off the football. Sometimes you'll guess and sometimes you'll be wrong. The first one is always on me, Coach, and then the second one, usually he takes me out of the game.
And after that penalty, the defense is almost out of real estate to defend. It's first and goal on the 1. They'll try to blast their way in. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Florida State. The offense strikes again to extend its lead here in the second half.
And they got everything working. How great is this? You extend your lead. Now you get your defense back on the field. Great job taking advantage of the situation and building on that lead.